Welcome to our YouTube channel Dream Dynamic.
Silence can often be overshadowed by the noise of our thoughts, words, and actions. We find ourselves constantly talking, texting, or posting on social media, filling our lives with endless chatter. However, the wisdom of Zen philosophy reminds us that there are times when silence is not just golden, but also profoundly transformative. It teaches us to recognize the power of silence and to use it wisely, especially in 5 crucial situations. This journey through the spiritual teachings of Zen will take us on a voyage to understand the significance of always being silent in these moments. These teachings offer profound insights that can inspire us to lead a more mindful, harmonious, and purposeful life. Let's explore these ancient pearls of wisdom, embracing the serenity of silence and finding solutions to life's problems. Number 1. Silence in anger. In the face of anger, always be silent. When you are angry, always be silent. These words hold profound wisdom, for anger is a powerful and often destructive emotion. When we are angry, our words and actions are fueled by this intense emotion, and they can lead to unintended consequences. Zen philosophy teaches us that anger arises from attachment, aversion, and ignorance. When we become attached to our desires or averse to a particular situation, anger can take hold of us. In such moments, silence is a potent antidote. Silence gives us the space to pause and reflect on the source of our anger. It allows us to step back and observe our emotional reactions without immediate judgment or expression. Through silence, we can engage in mindful breathing and self-inquiry, gaining insight into the root causes of our anger. Furthermore, silence is a shield against the harsh words and actions that often accompany anger. It prevents us from causing harm to others and ourselves. In the silence of restraint, we can protect our relationships and create an atmosphere of calm and understanding. In Zen philosophy, there is a story of the 2 arrows. The first arrow represents the initial pain or suffering we experience when something distressing happens to us. The second arrow symbolizes the suffering we inflict on ourselves through our reaction to the first arrow. By practicing silence in the face of anger, we can avoid shooting that second arrow and reduce unnecessary suffering. Let's delve deeper into the wisdom of silence in the face of anger. To truly understand this teaching, it's important to explore the nature of anger itself and why Zen philosophy emphasizes silence as the appropriate response. Anger in Zen philosophy is often seen as a manifestation of our attachments and aversions. When we desire something intensely or are averse to a particular situation, anger can emerge as a response to the perceived threat to our desires. The attachment to our desires blinds us to the interconnectedness of all things and the impermanence of the world. In the face of anger, silence becomes a sanctuary of self-awareness and reflection. When we're angry, our minds are clouded with emotions, and our thoughts are often irrational and impulsive. In this state, our words and actions can lead to regret and harm, both to ourselves and others. Silence allows us to step back from the immediate intensity of our anger. It provides a buffer between our emotions and our reactions. Instead of lashing out in the heat of the moment, we can take a breath. Give ourselves a moment of stillness and observe the anger without judgment. This practice is rooted in mindfulness and self-awareness, key components of the Zen path. In silence, we can ask ourselves essential questions. Why am I angry? What am I attached to in this situation? What aversion is triggering this anger? These inquiries can lead to profound insights into the root causes of our anger. We may discover that our attachments are unrealistic, that our aversions are based on misunderstandings, or that our expectations are causing our suffering. Through the practice of silence, in the face of anger, we can learn to deal with the first arrow more skillfully. We acknowledge the pain, but we don't compound it with our anger and reactivity. This not only reduces our suffering, but also prevents us from causing harm to others, fostering a more compassionate and harmonious environment. Silence in the face of anger is a call to mindfulness, self-inquiry, and restraint. It empowers us to transform anger into understanding and compassion. By embracing this teaching, we can gradually cultivate emotional resilience and wisdom. Number 2. Silence in misunderstanding. In moments of misunderstanding, silence can be a powerful tool for clarity and reconciliation. Misunderstandings often arise from miscommunication, differing perspectives, or assumptions. When we encounter misunderstanding, our instinct may be to clarify or defend our position immediately. However, Zen philosophy encourages us to pause and choose silence instead. By remaining silent, we create space for reflection and deeper understanding. We can listen attentively to the other person's perspective without interruption or judgment. This practice fosters empathy, patience, and openness, qualities that are essential for resolving conflicts and building harmonious relationships. Silence allows us to set aside our ego and truly listen to the heart of the matter. It enables us to communicate more effectively and authentically, leading to mutual understanding and reconciliation. In Zen teachings, the practice of don't know, mind emphasizes the humility of acknowledging that we don't have all the answers. When we approach misunderstandings with a sense of openness and curiosity, we create opportunities for learning and growth. Silence in misunderstanding is not about avoiding communication or ignoring the issue. Instead, it's about approaching the situation with mindfulness and compassion, seeking to bridge differences and cultivate harmony. Number 3. The power of silence. Silence is not merely the absence of noise. It's a profound state of being. We need silence, just as much as we need light. If our minds are crowded with words and thoughts, we have no space. Zen philosophy recognizes this space and encourages its cultivation in various aspects of life. Silence is a gateway to inner peace, mindfulness, and self-awareness. It offers us the opportunity to listen not only to the world outside, but, more importantly, to the whispers of our hearts and minds. It's a powerful tool that can transform the way we interact with the world and navigate life's challenges. As we embark on this journey through the 5 situations where silence is recommended in Zen philosophy, let us keep in mind that silence is not about being passive or indifferent. It's about being present, attuned, and intentional. Number 4. Silence in moments of sorrow. Silence in moments of sorrow can be a gesture of profound compassion and presence. When we or others are experiencing grief or sadness, our first impulse may be to offer words of comfort or reassurance. However, Zen philosophy teaches us that sometimes the most meaningful support we can provide is our silent presence. Silence allows us to honor the depth of emotions without imposing our own interpretations or judgments. It creates a space for healing, reflection, and acceptance. In times of sorrow, silence speaks volumes. It communicates empathy, respect, and solidarity with those who are suffering. By being silently present, we offer a sanctuary of understanding and companionship. In Zen practice, there is a deep reverence for the interconnectedness of all beings and the impermanence of life. Silence in moments of sorrow reflects this understanding, acknowledging the universal experience of loss and the inherent vulnerability of being human. Through the practice of silence in moments of sorrow, we cultivate a deeper sense of empathy and connection with others. We learn to listen not only with our ears, but also with our hearts, offering solace and support through our silent presence. This practice of compassionate silence is rooted in the Zen principle of non-duality, which emphasizes the interconnectedness of joy and sorrow, life and death. It encourages us to embrace the full spectrum of human experience with equanimity and compassion. Number 5. Silence in gossip and slander. Silence in the face of gossip and slander. Always be silent when you hear gossip and slander. This teaching underscores the importance of mindful speech and the consequences of engaging in harmful communication. Gossip and slander are like poisoned arrows that can harm not only the person being spoken about, but also the one who speaks. In Zen philosophy, right speech is a fundamental ethical guideline, emphasizing the importance of speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. Gossip and slander violate these principles and can create disharmony and suffering. Choosing silence in the face of such talk aligns with the principles of right speech and promotes a more compassionate and harmonious society. Gossip and slander often stem from negative emotions like jealousy, resentment, or a desire to harm someone's reputation. Engaging in such speech not only perpetuates negative emotions within ourselves, but also spreads negativity to others. It can damage relationships, trust, and community bonds. Silence in these situations serves multiple purposes. Firstly, it prevents us from participating in harmful speech. By choosing not to engage in gossip or slander, we avoid the moral and karmic consequences of speaking untruths or causing harm to others. Secondly, Silence provides an opportunity to reflect on the intention behind the gossip or slander. Are we engaging in this behavior out of envy, anger, or fear, such self? Reflection can be a catalyst for personal growth and transformation. Additionally, choosing silence can encourage those engaging in gossip to rethink their words. When we refuse to participate in or listen to such conversations, it sends a signal that we do not condone such behavior. This non-participation may inspire others to reconsider the impact of their words and may even discourage them from continuing with their negative speech. Gossip and slander are widespread in our society, and their detrimental mental effects are well. In Zen philosophy, these behaviors are seen as violations of right speech, one of the components of the Zen path. Right speech is about using our words mindfully and ethically, promoting honesty, kindness, and beneficial communication. Ultimately, staying silent in these 5 situations — anger, gossip and slander, misunderstandings, and moments of sorrow — serves as a key principle for mindful living and ethical behavior in Zen philosophy. It encourages us to develop inner peace, clear thinking, and compassionate actions in how we interact with ourselves and others. By embracing the power of silence, we can handle life's challenges with wisdom, grace, and integrity, creating harmony and well-being in our lives and communities. If you appreciate what we're doing here, please hit the subscribe button. Also, don't skip any part of the video to ensure you capture the full essence of the discussion we're about to have.